I used to be just the average guy in college with no interest in this. No, zero interest.
In engineering college.
Engineering college. Zero interest in these things. Then I had an experience once. I'd gone to the Durga Puja pandal, and Bengali. Our Durga Puja is like, it's more both the religious festival as well as a cultural festival. So everybody goes there. So I was there. I remember, and I was looking at the way of Vigrah of Maa Durga, and suddenly for a few seconds, just like my mind entered into some kind of a zone. And normally, if you go to a Durga Puja, you'll see that there is sound and noise and things like that. Everything stopped, cut, nothing, no sound. And I could see the deity almost there, standing right in front. And for a second, it was just real than anything I've ever seen. Just real. I mean, you can't describe it. And very organically, I asked for two things. That if there's any truth to these matters, I'd like to know. And another prayer came out, which is more private, which I don't mention. But this happened. This whole thing must have happened for maybe 2 seconds or 3 seconds, not even that. Right after that, the rational mind kicks in, and rational mind says, "Oh, must be an illusion of the mind. Okay, this is impossible. All nonsense. You're just believing, making stuff up. I didn't even tell anybody because I it's rejected from the mind. This must not have happened. I mean, how can this happen? This is obviously, some kind of a delusion or something." But strangely, 7 days later, I am sitting with a friend of mine, and there is the friend's uncle. He's a very powerful, very advanced Upasaka. It's one of the people I consider as my gurus. So he had called up this friend, and he was just speaking to him, and he asks him that so in Hindi he says that who's there in a room with you? Is there anybody there? So he says that, yeah, just a friend is there. He says, pass the phone to him. So he gives me the phone, and I don't even know what to speak of. So I just say namaste, blurt out a namaste, and he says, ha, namaste, namaste. And then he says, I'll come to Bangalore for some office work. Meet me once. Okay. And after I hang up the phone, my friend is saying that people come from far and wide to meet him and all that. So in my mind, there was a mix of curiosity. What is happening exactly? Okay. I was more of the agnostic, skeptic, nastic, or non-believer kind of things. But there was this curiosity that why do people come to him? I said, why did he call? Let me go and see. So I went to meet him after a few days. He comes there and he's speaking to me, and suddenly I realized that he's speaking to me things that there is no way on earth he can know about me. Step by step, one after the other, what is going on in my life. I thought this some trick is going on. This is mind reading. Must be some hypnotism, mind reading, something like that. Because my rational mind is trying to justify that experience. How is it possible? And then he told me in coming months, XYZ things are going to happen with you. So yes, things like that. I have a restriction on mentioning his name in public, so that I will never do. He's very clear on that. But he was a very advanced Upasaka of Maa Durga, of the Bhagavati.
You'll have to explain the word Upasaka again.
Upasaka is one who does sadhana, one who does practice of the deity. Okay. So that is where I remember during conversation with him, he gave me a mantra and said, do this mantra. Sadhana. Just chant this mantra. I was curious because once I analyzed in my own way, I analyzed and saw that this was not mind reading. There is nothing for him to gain from me. So if I were to hypnotize you and mind read you, I have to gain something. Why would I do it? Either I have to gain your appreciation, but why would I want your appreciation? You're a nobody. I'm just a college student. There's nothing there. Neither do I have a lot of money. He's not asking for my money. Anyway, I didn't have that much money, anything. So what exactly is this happening? Then just a thought came that, okay, let us assume for the sake of assumption that there is a possibility of something beyond what I can understand through rationality and whatever my limited understanding of rationality is. So then I asked him that how is this possible? So he said that is where the process is. You do sadhana. So he gave me a mantra to chant. And for a year I kept chanting. Nothing happened. Then one day I called him and said that nothing is happening. Something has to happen. I mean, why will I waste my time doing this? I have so many other things in life to do. Okay. And I wanted some experience at that time. I started off. So first of all, my entry was like from a non-traditional background into this field. So I always say that I was more of a lateral entry into the path of the dharma in the path of here. Then he said, okay, you do an anushtanam, you take a sankalpa. As I was explaining, sankalpa means you make a promise to the deity that I will do so much amount of sadhana in so many days with these XYZ rules. That's all. And then you follow those rules and do it.
But those rules were given by him.
somewhat given by him.
Okay.
Okay, and somewhat, but it was still a more relaxed. It was not very complicated. You can make this very complicated also. The more tougher rules you put, the greater, and you succeed, higher is the result
Reward.
you'll get.
Hmm.
Okay, but it was more of a thing that was kind of relaxed. Only thing was the timing was to be fixed. Every day at this specific time I had to sit at night, and it used to take me close to 1.5 hours of mantra japa. So I remember even during weekends when that time my friends would come and say, okay, let's go to a pub and things like that. I said, just wait for some time, I'll finish it and then we'll go. Okay. So I had no expectation that anything will happen. I was just mechanically doing it. But I took it more as a challenge. Okay, these are the rules. Let's see, I'll do the rules. Kya hai isme? And I finished it. 40 days, it was supposed to be 41 days, I remember. Then it was a Sunday at the end of it. The next day morning, it was Upasana of Bhairava, basically. I had not the faintest idea who was Bhairava. I am from the background who has very standard idea of gods. There is Shiva is there, Maa Kali is there because Bengal Kali is most popular, and there's Krishna is there. Bhairava and all that, I have no idea. Who is this? So after the 41st day, I'm standing outside and I'm having coffee. I'm having very beautiful filter coffee, and suddenly I see there are cars coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and all of them had the different cars, but not even a group together. It's like separate cars, individual cars coming, and each of them had this poster of Jai Bhairav, Jai Bhairav, Jai Bhairav, aise likha hua. And Bhairava is not that popular in South, by the way. It's popular, not as popular as it is in some areas in North. By the time the 7th or 8th car came in, I was stuck that this is something is going on. This is not normal. This is something different, because I have been here all the while. I've never seen so many cars, that too of a name that is not that popular. I can understand if it is Tirupati Balaji or some of the other deities, or in Maharashtra if it's Ganpati, I can understand very popular forms. But there it was not there, and just struck me in my head. But I again rejected it. I didn't take it too seriously. It would be a coincidence after all. I don't know. That night I was in the room sleeping, and 2:33 I woke up, and right in front of me I could see a presence of the deity, of the devata.
Of Bhairav?
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be a scary form of Shiva.
Scary because your mind is not accustomed to taking it. Okay. And I got scared. I got full scared.